C's get degrees. God, I hate myself. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I know I haven't updated in over a year. I've been a little busy with school. If you haven't already, which most likely you haven't because I haven't updated this, go ahead and follow my Instagram or my TikTok. I usually update my Instagram more because it's just easier for me between studying instead of making long videos. So yeah, I did record a video while I was in Ireland, but I then didn't have the time to edit it or post it. Then I got distracted with studying for school and studying for finals. Um, where I am now is I'm back in the US. I'm actually leaving to go back down to St. Kitts on Saturday. So that's in 2 days. I'm waiting on my PCR test to send that in to get approval with their immigration tourism division. And I'm also recording on my phone right now. What I really wanted to do before I came down here for break was I wanted to do kind of like a get packed with me to come back for 3 weeks. And then I got too distracted drinking on the beach before coming here. And then I was distracted with everything here. So I'm going to be doing my laundry right now, telling you a little bit about what has been happening on the island for the past year with me, and then showing you guys how I'm going to be packing to go back to the island. All right, so let's get started. Okay, so I think my last video was me complaining about my first semester and, tips and tricks while I did my makeup because I was going out, I think. I don't remember. I just remember complaining to the camera and putting on eyeliner. So, yeah, I moved down to St. Kitts and the island at the end of January is when I flew down. I went down with my cohort. So because I personally just thought it would be easier for me and maybe a little less expensive than going down myself. So I flew down to Miami to meet up with everyone. I had gotten, at that time, it was easier to get tested. So I got a rapid test to just get on the plane and fly down to Miami. I met up with everyone who was going to be traveling down with the cohort. And we stayed in Miami for 2 days or something. And we still had classes going on too. So we were still doing classes. We didn't have a block exam, I don't think, while we were traveling. Yeah, so we met up with everyone in Miami. Then we got tested for the PCR to get our approval letters to come down. Then we flew down and quarantined at the time was 2 weeks. We then got tested like the day after arrival. We had some time outside, so we were still doing online classes, and we were allotted an hour or two, an hour and a half of outside time every day. And we were divided up by dorms if we were quarantining on campus and if we were quarantining at one of the hotels that the school paired with for this. They didn't have any outside time. They couldn't leave their rooms. There was a whole bunch of issues with that. At that time, we still had our exams and we still had classes. We had a practical during that time as well. It didn't go well. Quarantine ended. That was, and then the rest of the second semester kind of like goes by. Second semester is a bane of my existence. Always will be. I, it was horrible. It was the most horrible time that I've ever had on the island. I don't think I've never experienced imposter syndrome as bad as I did during second semester. I questioned my whole existence during that time. Like, should I be here? Am I even worthy of being here? I can't learn anything. I'm so stupid, blah, 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 blah. Pretty much everything out of the book. I thought I was just going to fail out. Um, my grades weren't good. Things weren't connecting. I cried to my professors. I was just so incredibly frustrated. But I made it. I made it. Don't know how, but I made it. Because the rule is, I'm going to have to refer back to the student handbook, but if you fail a class, you have to repeat it. And that means that you get bumped to the semester below you. If you fail in class, okay, yeah, that's fine. If you fail two classes, um, you have to also bring it up to the dean, I believe. I know definitely if you fail three classes, you're out. I think if you fail two classes in one semester, you have the possibility of appealing. And then if you win your appeal, then you just drop down to the semester below you. But if you um, fail one class, drop down the semester below, repeat that, go to the next semester then. Um, if you fail another class, okay, you get bumped below again and you have to complete that class, go on to the next semester. And if you fail another class, then I think that's where it's like three strikes, you're out. I'm not 100% sure. Again, I have to refer back to my student handbook. Um, but there are some classes that also have their remedial exam. If you hit certain requirements, you can then take a second final exam, and depending on what happens with that, you can then pass. That was something that I was looking into with a couple of my classes, mostly immunology, second semester, and then I was concerned about it for virology for third semester. I always have one class, at least one class, that gives me trouble, that gives me issues, definitely towards the end of the semester where then I get concerned, but so far I've been fine. And now I'm going into fifth semester, which kind of blows my mind. Let's think. Third semester was a bit of a break. We get 2 weeks of break between semesters mostly, except for winter break, which is what I'm on right now, which is 3 weeks. So nice. We get an extra week. So third semester, virology was giving me issues, dealt with that. I passed, blah, 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 blah. I spent my breaks, most of my breaks, on island because I didn't want to deal with putting out the money to get tested and get 2 plane tickets and this, that, and the other thing. And the headache of quarantining and spending money on that and all this stuff. Now, there is no quarantine for fully vaccinated individuals, which is really nice. So their St. Kitts tourism is opening back up, which is really nice, really cool, good for them. And yeah, so that was my defining factor to definitely come back here during the winter break. See family. I didn't see family because they got COVID. But see a couple friends, see my boyfriend, see his family. So that was nice. Get to eat all the food that wasn't available on island. Yeah, third semester kind of just flew, honestly. I brought my GPA up slightly, but then I brought it right back down. And let's see, fourth semester. So here's the thing with the even numbered semesters is what I'm finding. They're rough. They are very rough. Second semester, of course, as I said, headache that it is, probably partially had to do with traveling. Fourth semester was a little rough as well. I had, first I had problems with pharmacology, and then I had a huge issue with clinical pathology that all of a sudden I couldn't fix, but I fixed enough to pass. I am not out here giving studying advice because whatever I'm doing isn't working or it's not connecting with what I don't know. I feel if you give me a case, because now I'm stuck on clinical pathology. If you give me a case, I can probably decipher it, um, and give you a differential list. But when it comes to the questions that I was being asked to answer, I was like, what? These answers don't make sense to me. And it's something that I told my one professor. Um, and yeah, no. I love professors and teachers that can connect with students. I feel like every student appreciates that. Every student loves it. Um, Other than making him feel extremely uncomfortable by crying in his office, um, he had told me that he had failed classes before, and it's not the end of the world. As we know, it's not the end of the world. He's like, and it's the best thing that ever happened to me because I had to repeat it, and therefore I knew the information better and I could get a better grade and get a better grasp on it. So that was super sweet. And that actually, I do understand that, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't want to fail. I don't want to fail. I don't want to take longer than I have to. But I was like, I just want to get some of my life together and my life in order. And part of the path and the journey for me is finishing this. And I would like to finish before I'm 31. That would be nice. It's another reason why I didn't transfer. Also, because I don't think any other school would take me with my 2.24 GPA. Transferring is very competitive as well because a lot of people get in and then transfer or try to transfer to the university that they originally wanted, is what I'm assuming, because that's something that I would have done if, I had a 3 point something GPA. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know anything else to say. Yeah, no one will ever wants to watch these videos anyway. It's fine. It's fine. So, I think we're going to stop here for right now, and then I will show you packing and the mess that is. I have a couple more things to add into my bags, like the laundry that I just did, but I didn't really bring a lot anyway. I just mostly brought my check-in bag so then I could bring stuff that I wanted to leave here and sort of have room if anyone needed anything to be brought back / anything to be brought here, whatever. So I'm going to be going through sort of like a packing for beginners in a way. And I'm just going to try and do like a voiceover, I guess. I don't know. So here is my carry-on bag. It's going to have the majority of my clothes because if my big check bag gets lost, then I don't have to worry about not having any clothes or toiletries or stuff like that. So I have in here most of my clothes that I've worn and what I wish to wear on the island. Next is going to be my checked bag. This is going to have majority of my shoes, any sort of liquid items that exceed the amount for carry-on, as well as vitamins and stuff like that. I try and make extra room by taking toiletries and stuff and stuffing them in shoes to really take up space. Well, not necessarily take up space, but really use my space wisely. On this second half is going to be mostly clothes and shoes and whatnot that I wish to donate to Hidden Treasures on Island. Rachel, the owner, does a lot of good in the community, and I really wanted to bring back some things that I haven't been using here and I know will get a lot of love and use down on the island. I also will be talking to my boyfriend because she doesn't get a lot of menswear, and her men's section is very lacking. And I'll be filling in some extra cracks and stuff, uh, and just stuffing some of his stuff in there. So then the other men of the community are able to have some other designer goods that they normally won't find on island or are easily accessible on island. Okay, so this is everything that I'm going to be taking as far as luggage goes on the plane. Okay, so my packing video cut out early because I saved too much crap on my phone and I need to clear it. But basically, I have like important stuff in any of my carry-ons. I also keep a at least one spare set of clothes just in case something happens to my check bag, and make sure like things fit. Usually, people like roll things. Sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, so I'm going to be leaving the US again, and I probably won't be updating this YouTube channel uh, really often at all. So if you want to see more of my content and more of my vet med journey, feel free to follow me on Instagram. I'll put my handle down in the description below, as well as my TikTok. I only have like a couple videos up there, and it's kind of just going to be me BSing, you know, island life. Um, so, yeah, thanks for watching.